Защищать.
To protect. To protect.
Солнцезащитный крем защищает вашу кожу от вредных ультрафиолетовых лучей.
Sunscreen protects your skin from harmful UV rays. Sunscreen protects your skin from harmful UV rays.
Они защитили исчезающие виды от браконьеров.
They protected the endangered species from poachers. They protected the endangered species from poachers.
Он защитил свои инвестиции от колебаний рынка.
He has protected his investments against market fluctuations. He has protected his investments against market fluctuations.
Доказывать.
To prove. To prove.
Теорема доказывает, что вывод верен.
The theorem proves that the conclusion is true. The theorem proves that the conclusion is true.
Свою теорию она доказала экспериментом.
She proved her theory with the experiment. She proved her theory with the experiment.
Они неоднократно доказывали свою лояльность.
They have proved their loyalty many times. They have proved their loyalty many times.
Обеспечивать, предоставлять.
To provide. To provide.
Она обеспечивает превосходное обслуживание клиентов.
She provides excellent customer service. She provides excellent customer service.
Вчера он предоставил необходимые документы.
He provided the necessary documents yesterday. He provided the necessary documents yesterday.
Они предоставили нам всю необходимую информацию.
They have provided us with all the details we needed. They have provided us with all the details we needed.
Натягивать, открывать.
To pull. To pull.
Он натягивает трос, чтобы поднять флаг.
He pulls the rope to raise the flag. He pulls the rope to raise the flag.
Она открыла дверь.
She pulled the door open. She pulled the door open.
Я собрал все отчеты к совещанию.
I have pulled together all the reports for the meeting. I have pulled together all the reports for the meeting.
Нажимать, толкать.
To push. To push.
Она нажимает на кнопку, чтобы запустить машину.
She pushes the button to start the machine. She pushes the button to start the machine.
Он оттолкнул машину на обочину, когда она сломалась.
He pushed the car to the side of the road when it broke down. He pushed the car to the side of the road when it broke down.
Они настаивали на реформах в ведомстве.
They have pushed for reforms in the department. They have pushed for reforms in the department.
Класть.
To put. To put.
Она кладет ключи на стол, как только возвращается домой.
She puts her keys on the table as soon as she gets home. She puts her keys on the table as soon as she gets home.
Он убрал продукты в холодильник.
He put the groceries away in the fridge. He put the groceries away in the fridge.
Они вложили много усилий в проект.
They have put a lot of effort into the project. They have put a lot of effort into the project.
Спрашивать, сомневаться.
To question. To question.
Учитель задает вопросы учащимся, чтобы проверить их знания.
The teacher questions the students to check their understanding. The teacher questions the students to check their understanding.
Она подвергла сомнению его мотивы.
She questioned his motives. She questioned his motives.
Он усомнился в достоверности данных.
He has questioned the data's reliability. He has questioned the data's reliability.
Тянуться, достигать, прийти.
To reach. To reach.
Он тянется к книге на верхней полке.
He reaches for a book on the top shelf. He reaches for a book on the top shelf.
Она добралась до станции как раз вовремя, чтобы успеть на поезд.
She reached the station just in time to catch the train. She reached the station just in time to catch the train.
Они пришли к консенсусу после долгих дискуссий.
They have reached a consensus after long discussions. They have reached a consensus after long discussions.
Читать.
To read. To read.
Она читает минимум час каждый вечер.
She reads for at least an hour every night. She reads for at least an hour every night.
Он прочитал весь роман за одни выходные.
He read the entire novel in one weekend. He read the entire novel in one weekend.
Я прочитала все книги этого автора.
I have read all the books by that author. I have read all the books by that author.
Осознавать.
To realize. To realize.
Она понимает, что изучение нового языка требует времени.
She realizes that learning a new language takes time. She realizes that learning a new language takes time.
Он понял, что забыл свой телефон дома.
He realized he left his phone at home. He realized he left his phone at home.
Они осознали важность экономии денег.
They have realized the importance of saving money. They have realized the importance of saving money.
Получать.
To receive. To receive.
Он получает десятки писем каждый день.
He receives dozens of emails every day. He receives dozens of emails every day.
Она получила высокую оценку за свое выступление.
She received high praise for her performance. She received high praise for her performance.
Они получили все заказанные посылки.
They have received all the packages they ordered. They have received all the packages they ordered.
Рекомендовать.
To recommend. To recommend.
Я рекомендую попробовать чизкейк в этом ресторане.
I recommend trying the cheesecake at this restaurant. I recommend trying the cheesecake at this restaurant.
Он порекомендовал мне хорошую книгу.
He recommended a good book to me. He recommended a good book to me.
Она рекомендовала на эту должность нескольких кандидатов.
She has recommended several candidates for the job. She has recommended several candidates for the job.
Записывать.
To record. To record.
Устройство качественно записывает звук.
The device records sound quality. The device records sound quality.
В прошлом году она записала свой первый альбом.
She recorded her first album last year. She recorded her first album last year.
Для своего проекта он записал много часов звуков природы.
He has recorded many hours of nature sounds for his project. He has recorded many hours of nature sounds for his project.
Уменьшать.
To reduce. To reduce.
Компания сокращает количество отходов за счет переработки.
The company reduces waste by recycling. The company reduces waste by recycling.
После курортного сезона они снизили цену.
They reduced the price after the holiday season. They reduced the price after the holiday season.
Она сократила свое рабочее время, чтобы проводить больше времени с семьей.
She has reduced her working hours to spend more time with her family. She has reduced her working hours to spend more time with her family.
Отражать.
To reflect. To reflect.
Зеркало отражает свет.
The mirror reflects light. The mirror reflects light.
О своем опыте она рассказала в своих мемуарах.
She reflected on her experiences in her memoir. She reflected on her experiences in her memoir.
Он глубоко задумался над полученной обратной связью.
He has reflected deeply on the feedback he received. He has reflected deeply on the feedback he received.
Отказывать.
To refuse. To refuse.
Она отказывается ходить в место, недоступное для инвалидных колясок.
She refuses to go to places that are not wheelchair accessible. She refuses to go to places that are not wheelchair accessible.
Он отказался от предложения, потому что оно было ниже желаемого уровня.
He refused the offer because it was too low. He refused the offer because it was too low.
Они отказались пойти на компромисс со своими принципами.
They have refused to compromise their principles. They have refused to compromise their principles.
Считать.
To regard. To regard.
Он считает ее своим лучшим другом.
He regards her as his best friend. He regards her as his best friend.
Она расценила этот инцидент как полезный опыт.
She regarded the incident as a learning experience. She regarded the incident as a learning experience.
Они считали этот вопрос своим главным приоритетом в течение многих лет.
They have regarded this issue as a top priority for years. They have regarded this issue as a top priority for years.
Рассказывать.
To relate. To relate.
Она хорошо относится к детям.
She relates well to children. She relates well to children.
Он рассказал о событиях дня своей семье.
He related the events of the day to his family. He related the events of the day to his family.
Я изложил все факты комитету.
I have related all the facts to the committee. I have related all the facts to the committee.
Выпускать.
To release. To release.
Компания каждый год выпускает новый продукт.
The company releases a new product every year. The company releases a new product every year.
Они выпустили фильм в декабре.
They released the movie in December. They released the movie in December.
Она выпустила 3 альбома, получивших признание критиков.
She has released 3 albums to critical acclaim. She has released 3 albums to critical acclaim.
Сохраняться, пребывать, оставаться.
To remain. To remain.
Он сохраняет спокойствие во время чрезвычайных ситуаций.
He remains calm during emergencies. He remains calm during emergencies.
Она проработала в компании 5 лет.
She remained at the company for 5 years. She remained at the company for 5 years.
Некоторые вопросы остались без ответа.
Some questions have remained unanswered. Some questions have remained unanswered.
Помнить.
To remember. To remember.
Она запоминает свой пароль, связывая его с особой датой.
She remembers her password by associating it with a special date. She remembers her password by associating it with a special date.
Он не забыл запереть дверь перед уходом.
He remembered to lock the door before leaving. He remembered to lock the door before leaving.
Они вспомнили все свои юбилеи.
They have remembered all their anniversaries. They have remembered all their anniversaries.
Снимать, удалять.
To remove. To remove.
Прежде чем войти в дом, он снимает обувь.
He removes his shoes before entering the house. He removes his shoes before entering the house.
Она удалила пятна с ковра.
She removed the stains from the carpet. She removed the stains from the carpet.
Удалили всю устаревшую информацию с сайта.
They have removed all the outdated information from the website. They have removed all the outdated information from the website.
Повторять.
To repeat. To repeat.
Учитель повторяет инструкции для ясности.
The teacher repeats the instructions for clarity. The teacher repeats the instructions for clarity.
Она повторила процедуру несколько раз.
She repeated the process several times. She repeated the process several times.
Он повторил ту же ошибку в нескольких проектах.
He has repeated the same mistake in several projects. He has repeated the same mistake in several projects.
Заменять.
To replace. To replace.
Она меняет фильтр для воды каждые 6 месяцев.
She replaces the water filter every 6 months. She replaces the water filter every 6 months.
Он заменил старые шины на своей машине.
He replaced the old tires on his car. He replaced the old tires on his car.
Они заменили все старые компьютеры в офисе.
They have replaced all the old computers in the office. They have replaced all the old computers in the office.
Отвечать.
To reply. To reply.
Она быстро отвечает на ее электронные письма.
She replies to her emails promptly. She replies to her emails promptly.
На приглашение он ответил утвердительно.
He replied to the invitation with a yes. He replied to the invitation with a yes.
Я ответил на все полученные вопросы.
I have replied to all the queries received. I have replied to all the queries received.